Hey everybody, Steven here with Stone. We are going to answer some questions from our viewers. First one is, how do I get this job? I'm assuming you mean, my cat judge job. Well, most cat judges are, this is a hobby. And, we are licensed with, well, I'm particularly licensed with TICA, or the International Cat Association. And there's many requirements that we have to do to become a cat judge: breeding, showing, for so many years. Obviously, levels of the manager of the events, the shows, lots of genetics questions, and really some testing and then some practical experience. So it's kind of a long road. Most people do this as a hobby, as a second job, I guess, on the weekends. And we get asked to judge shows all over the world. One day I could be in the United Kingdom, one day I could be in the US, one day I could be in Colombia, Brazil. When things were normal, we went to China quite a bit as well. So, if you're really interested, the best thing is to come to a show and start talking to breeders and really get involved in some aspect of the show world. So the next question is, how do you get into showing cats, and how do you find a good breeder? This is really important, and I do talk about this a lot. The best thing you do is go to a show in your area. You can go on to the International Cat Association or the LCWW site and find which shows are coming near you, and go to a show and talk to the breeders that, of the breeds that you're interested in. It's really important that you always consult with a professional breeder that shows, that does testing, has DNA testing, and does all the legitimate things for the benefit of the breed. It's the most important thing you can do when you are deciding to take a pedigree cat into your house. This is a decision, it's not a decision you take lightly. These guys you're going to have for 15, 20 years. It also doesn't take the place of, going to your local shelters and things as well. This is also very important. But if you decide that you want a specific look, or you want a specific type of cat, or personality, it's super important that you do your due diligence and do some background on the breeder. Go to a show, talk to other people, talk to the judges, and really do your best that you can, because you owe it to yourself and you owe it to the cat. Next question is, I'm assuming this is from one of my videos that you guys saw. This is from the 10th. This is the 10th best cat I've seen. Do they all just win? Well, when we're posting those videos, we're posting videos in parts. I do my best in show, with the kittens, the adults, the alters, which are the pedigree cats that no longer have their breeding parts, household pets or moggies, and household pet kittens. So there's 5 best in show presentations in my ring alone, and we go from 10 to 1. So you might see me gushing over the 10th best cat, which of course I am, and it's the 10th on that particular day in the class that it's being judged. But maybe on another show it could be my best cat. But there are other, you'll see videos coming up that you'll see the 8th or the 7th. It doesn't mean that they are the 10th best cat I've ever seen. It just means they're the 10th best cat that I have ranked for that particular show, if that makes sense. How do I get the coats so shiny? I want my cats to look this shiny, like Stone, right? Super, super shiny. It's really important that it's the same thing about us. Your body is a reflection of what you put into it. If you're eating McDonald's every day, your body's gonna reflect that. It's the same with animals. Cats are carnivores. They need a very high meat content. There is a lot of raw products on the market that are really, really good. There are some dry food for some that really can't have a raw product around. Maybe you have kids, but it has to have a very high meat content, low grain content. They just are meat eaters, and if you give them the highest quality food they can have, it works from the inside out. So they're going to be super shiny, they're going to be super healthy, their muscles are going to have muscles, they're going to be super fit. Imagine if you just ate exactly what your body was supposed to eat over the course of your lifetime. I think you'd be a little bit more fit than you are now, right? Okay, so the next question is, what are the qualifications to bring your cat to one of these things? I found my kitty in a dumpster, but she's still beautiful and deserves praise. Of course she's beautiful. We all have the saying at these cat events, at the end of the day, win or lose, everybody takes home the best cat, right? That's how it goes. There's really, in the pedigree classes, American Shorthair, Maine Coon, there are certain standard points that the cat needs to meet to be in the show. But we do have a household pet section, which is for spays or neutered, or pedigree cats that actually don't maybe don't have the proper paperwork to be in the pedigree class, and we judge those guys based on cleanliness, personality, really if the cat wants to be there. It's a really kind of a really fun class. It's the only time I get to judge the cats based on my personal preference. So it's actually one of the most enjoyable classes there is. So any cat can enter whatsoever. Okay, so the next question is, what is the best cat? Well, Stone is the best cat, obviously, in my opinion. But when I'm judging, we are trained to interpret a standard of points for every cat. There are over 70 different breeds of cats. So every breed has a particular point allotment on certain things. And this sounds really technical, at the end of the day, but there's a certain point allotment on the size of the ears and the shape of the ears, the eyes, the eye color, the muzzle, the chin, the body, the musculature. So in my head, when I'm judging Stone or judging an American Shorthair, I know exactly what I'm looking for based on the highest point value. So I judge all the cats, and the cat at the end of the day in my class that in my opinion meets the standard of points to 100 or as close to 100 as possible is my best cat of the day, if that makes sense. So and my best cat in one show could be my second or third best cat in another show. It just depends on the competition of the day. So our job is to interpret that standard of points and find the best cat that reaches the standard of points the closest. Damn, did you go to cat college, dude? It was really funny. When I was going to college or university, if this was a major, I probably would have majored there, but unfortunately it's not. Again, this started as a hobby for me, 25 years ago, and I progressively moved into being a cat judge, and I've said earlier in another video, it takes some time, it takes some understanding, it takes a lot of testing, a lot of genetics testing. We have ongoing training every single year. The more practical experience you have in the rings, the more times you handle cats, it's the better you become and the better your eye is trained. Sometimes we're judging cats in shows 200 to 300 cats a weekend. So it's something that you learn and something that you acquire, and it's, you obviously have to be super passionate about it, and you obviously have to love cats. That's at the end of the day. So I'm really happy to see that this kind of crazy, quirky hobby of the cat world is getting some momentum, and people are starting to understand what we do, and there's tons and tons of questions coming in. So please keep your questions coming. I will answer as much as I can, and no question will go unanswered. And really, this is really important for me, for you to understand that there actually is a world out there that people are crazy cat fanatics and really want the best for their cats. Yeah. Say bye, Stone.